So 2 years ago, on my Patreon, I did an event where I talked about putting yourself on a pedestal, taking others off the pedestal, and putting yourself on the pedestal. But the message I have for you all here today is something that is so very important. If you ignore this, you're going to get yourself in a lot of problems, okay? You're going to have a lot of issues. But what I didn't tell you was that you shouldn't allow other people to put you on a pedestal. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Because I've seen this time and time again, and I'm a good pattern recognition, okay? When I tell you, everyone that I've seen that was placed on a pedestal by others, they were always tear down at the end. Like these people, they're gonna put you up, they're gonna praise you, blow smoke up your ass constantly. You're gonna be walking around feeling like you're the shit. But what they're doing, they are grooming you to behave a certain way. They are manipulating you to get a certain behavior out of you, and they are basically planning your demise, especially in the workplace. Let me tell you something. If you have a boss or a supervisor that is praising you all the time, and especially in front of everyone, and you all know, like a lot of you all know, a lot of these praises are not well deserved praise, if you know what I mean, because you know for a fact that getting compliments and praise from people is like pulling teeth. Okay, so when you're getting it from someone at an excessive rate, you have to be careful. Okay, what I'm gonna tell you, if that is happening to you right now, you need to shred very carefully and watch your back. You are on thin ice. They are coming for you. Anytime people start praising me, especially for things that didn't take like a lot of effort, I am very suspicious, okay? Because if it's more than one person doing it, that's fine, right? But if it's like one particular person, especially if this person is in some kind of position of power, maybe they're your boss or the president or what, I don't know. I don't know. At some point, okay, that pedestal that they're putting you on is built on a foundation of high, unrealistic expectations. You will disappoint that person at some point or the other because you're only human, okay? Because that type of praise is a very weird praise, and the only people that get that type of praise are usually celebrities and stuff like that. But it's really weird, and I'm not in a position where, like I'm never in a position where people are kissing my ass. So I know when someone is praising me excessively for something like really, little. I'm scared. Okay, I'm getting worried. No, I'm not saying that people don't deserve praise. People do. But at the end of the day, you gotta understand human nature. Nobody is praising anyone that much unless they have some kind of a hidden agenda. Or maybe they lack social skills, or maybe there's something wrong. Even if they have good intentions, there's absolutely something wrong with that. I don't like that shit. I don't like it. And I talked to you guys about this about 2 or 3 years ago. I don't like that. Like in the beginning, when I now started doing this, I had a couple of followers that were acting like super fans. Super fans. It was weird. And guess what? When you have these super fans and they find out that you're human, all of a sudden, they're so disappointed in you. Like it really isn't worth entertaining people that do that, if you know what I mean. So, needless to say, of course, eventually I did disappoint those people and they left. They are no longer fans, fans of me. They're no longer followers of me because the people that follow me, okay, like my loyal followers, though, the ones that sign up to my Patreon and come to my book club meeting. By the way, shout out to all my Patreon subscribers and shout out to all the girls in the book club. I love you guys. But anyways, yeah, the people that really support me, I want them to be on a journey and I want them to understand that this is not just a master, is it master servant? Master student relationship, okay? I try to remind people that I'm on the same level as y'all, okay? That might not be the case, but at the end of the day, if we are on the same journey, we are basically the same. We're colleagues, okay, or peers. There's no need to put me on a pedestal. So you're probably wondering where all of this is coming from. So back in July, last July, I had someone, was it July, August? Yeah, sometime in August, okay? I had someone, was praising me in front of everyone for something that I did. And it wasn't a huge thing for me to do. Basically what I did, I wrote and published a newsletter, and she was just basically praising me like, oh my god, you did an amazing job, blah blah blah, and in front of everyone. And I'm like, okay, well, thank you, thanks, I guess. And then I realized that she felt like, she can just call me at any time and tell me what to do and how to do my job or whatnot. And I'm like, listen, I asserted some boundaries, okay? And I'm very, very selfish with my time. So when I feel like you are stealing my time or draining my energy, I'm gonna slowly be pulling away from you, and that I know causes people to be frustrated. And I don't give a shit. Like, I really don't. Okay, so next thing you know, we're in a meeting, and then there's this other girl that she started praising, and she would not stop. Like, she just kept going on and on. And I was like, oh, that's my replacement. That's my replacement. I'm like, good luck, girl. Good luck with that. And I know it's only a matter of time that that girl is going to disappoint her as well, because the person I'm talking about is clearly a narcissist, okay? And we all know narcissists love putting their victims on a pedestal at first before they unleash their abuse and their bullshit behavior. I clocked it, okay? I clocked it. I was like, I'm not the one, okay? Especially when you are at the workplace. Girl, hold on. If you're at your workplace and you have someone at your workplace doing that to you, girl, be careful. Getting praise from people is not the easiest thing. Getting a compliment, like sometimes your own friends are not going to give you compliments. Okay, sometimes your own family members are not going to give you compliments. So when people are coming at you with all these compliments and flattery and praises or whatnot, stop falling for it. Like, a lot of y'all are so susceptible to undeserved praise. Okay, at my last job, I used to look level up all the time. Nobody complimented me. No one. People looked at me, and occasionally someone would say, "Oh, I like your shoes," or something like that. But the girls that look raggedy, the minute they made effort, just a little bit, the entire office was praising them. And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." Okay. Yeah, and you get praise for putting in a little bit of effort. So I don't know, but y'all tell me. Y'all know getting praise from people is like pulling teeth. A lot of people are not generous with compliments. A lot of people are not generous with their praise. You might be doing an excellent job and they're not going to praise you, especially in front of everyone. So if you have somebody doing that, just know that that's a red flag, okay? Sorry, y'all. I had to come sit down. I had a pretty long day. And I came home and I opened up my laptop because I was going to record one of my no face videos. And guess what? My laptop is dead. All right. So, anyways, I was like, okay, let me just grab my phone and do it, because if I don't do this, it's never going to happen. Okay. This information is not going to get out. See, the thing is, when you allow people to put you on a pedestal, you must know that that person is going to pull you down at some point. It is going to happen. I've never seen a situation where someone was put on a pedestal and they were able to stay there. Never happens. It doesn't even happen with celebrities. Celebrities are constantly getting cancelled, constantly. So you have to put a stop to it. Like, you really have to assert some boundaries. You have to be like, oh, well, thank you. It was a team effort. Make sure other people are also getting praise, because these people are weird. Okay, anytime someone is doing that to you, they're setting you up. Being on a pedestal that someone placed you on is a dangerous situation to be in, because, for example, celebrities, those girls on OnlyFans or whatever, internet personalities, okay, a lot of these people are very wary about meeting individuals in person, meeting people in person. They're very wary about that, and with good reason, okay? Because the reason why a lot of celebrities are wary about their fans is because their fans don't see them as humans. Anytime someone put you on a pedestal, it's because they don't see you as human. They don't see you as a human being with feelings, someone that gets tired, someone that has flaws, someone that might disappoint them for whatever reason. Like, that's human, right? So when people are putting you on a pedestal, it's a dangerous place to be at. It really is, and it's not worth it. Stop allowing people to do that to you. And it always starts with the undeserving praise or the excessive praise. I don't like that shit. When I see that, I create this distance between me and that person. I really do, because I know where it's gonna end. I already know. And a lot of people don't know the difference. Like, they literally can't tell the difference between undeserved praise or genuine praise. We really don't, because come on, love bombing wouldn't exist if people knew the difference and if people didn't desperately need external validation. Like, a lot of the things that women get caught up in when it comes to dating and relationship is because they didn't see the red flags, because a lot of the red flags are seen as normal. As normal. Like, for example, you would see a girl on the internet, and her content is based around luxury or whatnot, and then she would be like, oh, I met this guy, literally just met this guy, and this guy is already flying you out. That is not normal. I don't care what nobody say. That is not normal. That's not how real normal relationship works. That's not how it works. So a lot of people don't know that that's a red flag. They think that's normal because society normalized it, Hollywood normalized it, but it's not, okay? When people are praising you and like, oh my God, you're amazing and you're doing such a good job and blah, 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 and they just keep going on and on, that is a red flag. Just know that you're going to be in trouble sooner or later. You have to keep emotional distance, because I guarantee you, the person that is doing this to you, they have a pattern of elevating people and tearing them down. You're not the first and you're not going to be the last. Now, I'm not saying to downplay compliments, okay? If someone tells you you look good today, or someone tells you that you look pretty today, that's fine. But you have to know the difference, because it's usually excessive. It's like it's too much. It really is. When someone is doing that to you, they want something from you. They have a hidden agenda. Nobody is that generous with compliments and praise. Nobody. Not even your boyfriend. And especially when the praise is in public, in front of everyone, they are using that as some kind of control mechanism. That's what they're doing. Because when they do that, they make it seem like you owe them continued perfection. That's why they do that. The pedestal to punishment pipeline is real. It really is. And I'm just here to warn you all about this, because nobody on the internet is talking about this. I don't think anyone else is talking about this shit. But this is something that you have to be aware of. Like, a lot of you all are not aware of how this shit works. If I'm working in corporate right now, and I have someone above me praising me, especially in public, I would be scared. I would be terrified. I would actually be looking for another job. So, going back to continued perfection, the expectations of continued perfection, you will never be able to meet the expectations, because you are not perfect. You are not perfect. You will never meet their expectations. And it's, again, usually people like this are typically like, from my experience, they have always been narcissists, except for the super fans, okay? Because the super fans, they put you on a pedestal because they don't see you as real. They see you as like some kind of mythical creature or whatnot. Like, girl, I don't know what their problem is. I really don't. But I've had the super fans and I had to deal with them. But dealing with them super fans was kind of draining, because they would come on my live and come in the book club, in the meetings on my Patreon, and they'll be like, oh my God, Maria, you're such amazing, blah, blah, blah. Like, if you go back to like my old content on my Patreon from back in 2020, you might hear them in the meetings. Anyways, I felt like somebody needed to hear all of this, which is why I'm here on camera. Bad lighting, I'm sorry about that, but I'm trying not to be too perfect with my content, because if I'm putting myself under this pressure to be perfect and be this perfect YouTuber, this channel will die. Okay, so I need some time. I need to focus. on just getting the content out there and stop obsessing about the content being perfect. Oh my God, it's so noisy. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I have to prioritize just getting the content out. As I was saying, I would like to get feedback from you guys, and I would like to know what type of content or topic that you would want me to cover on this channel so that I can, put out as much content as I can and, connect with you more and grow this channel, because that's my goal for all of 2025 anyways. So anyways, thanks for listening, and I hope that this video was helpful in some way.